Hi, this is Tim from Retirement is Underrated. That's my daughter in the back. My wife refuses to be on the camera, so there you go. We're off on a trip to Boston, to Logan Airport. And yes, I am at Dunkin' Donuts again, but I'm not going to Walmart. I'm going to Logan Airport in Boston. Yay! Let the adventure begin. Here we go. We're coming into Massachusetts. Welcome to. We're leaving the Vampire State, New York, and going into Massachusetts, the Pay State. Well, here we are. We spent the day in Norwood, our old town that we used to live in Massachusetts about 20 years ago. Had some extra time before we pick up our son at Logan Airport. Welcome to the Mass Pike driving into Boston and all the fun that entails. It is a crazy house, but I figured I'd give you a first-hand look at what it looks like coming in. All sorts of new buildings here since we've been here. In fact, coming up on the right, let's see which one is. I think there is a new sports building. This is the, which building is this? I think the Red Auerbach Arena. The New Balance Stadium. And then if you look, there's the T on our right. And then straight ahead of us on the road, you can see, I believe that is the Prudential building. The Prudential buildings to the right and the John Hancock buildings to the left. And then Cambridge is actually going to be over towards the left-hand side of the road. And shortly we're going to be going through the tunnel to Logan Airport. So if you're going to Cambridge, you would go off to the left-hand side. And this is the way you take to get to Fenway Park, as they say. Let me in? Probably not. Nope. Welcome to Boston driving too, folks. The land where they don't let you in. Oops. I think this is Boston University coming up on the left-hand side soon. We'll see the football stadium on the right-hand side, I believe. You can see the crazy drivers the way they zip in and out of traffic. Back to the right is Boston College. I think we may even have passed it already. And that is Boston driving for you. They cut right out by you. Lots and lots of fun. Always building going on here in the city. And soon you're going to get to experience some tunnels. We're actually going to come up to Copley Square, where you can actually enter Copley Square from the right lane, and that'll take you to the center of Boston. Classic spot to be. You can see all the new buildings they're building up here. Car Gurus has their headquarters right in front of us on the right-hand side. And where they have buildings sitting right over the highway. The drive-in is what they call it here in Boston, a real treat. get off to get to Copy Square or Prudential Building. And this road will eventually take us into the airport. It's definitely a wild ride. But it's better to go at this time of day. Last time we were in Boston, we drove in about 6:30, and it was wall-to-wall traffic of cars. I'm actually going to stay to the right for now. And to our right is one of the trains that go in and out. In fact, past it on the right is the Purple Line. Part of the commuter rail that goes in and out of Boston. And here's the area where we're going to take to go into Logan Airport. So we'll start to enter this tunnel. And I think we go underwater on this tunnel, but I'm not sure. So hold your breath as we drive underwater. South Boston. And believe it or not, there's a city overhead above us. This is kind of like the basement of the city. Ahead, about another mile and a quarter. Going into another tunnel. I think this is one of the newer tunnels. Probably not a good tunnel to go in if you're claustrophobic. Kind of mesmerizing with the lights as you're going through here. Of the terminals, arrivals and departures.